Today on the channel, we destroy everything with G.I. Joe Super 7 Ultimate Series 2, Destro.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Ultimates unboxing and review. And today, from Super 7 Ultimate Series 2, we've got Destro. But for all your G.I. Joe needs, be it Super 7, Hasbro, Mezco, you name it, make sure you're hitting up Big Bad Toy Store. Use the link in the description down below. And today, Destro, part of Series 2, and this is the Lovers Pack in Series 2, as we got Baroness and Destro, and we've got Lady J and the Almighty Flint in Series 2. And of course, we're going to do all these like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. And of course, we're going to unbox every single one in this series. We got to, and you guys know, if you saw my Series 1 unboxings of these Ultimate Editions, this is the line I've been waiting for since I was a little kid. I loved my Joes playing the 3 3/4 one, but I always wanted them to look just like the characters on the cartoon is what I wanted them to look like. We got a little bit of it, close enough to be different, but some of them weren't quite all the way there, and some interesting ones in this wave too as well with the Baroness, and we'll talk about her in her video. But let's take a look at old Destro first, and of course, as we're used to with Super 7, you do get the nice little shipper box right there. It does say Destro on it. Always here for that. Always like to point that out. So we're going to start there. Then we get the old Ultimate style packaging. Of course, blue for Cobra, green for G.I. Joe. Got the old Cobra logo looking strong right there. You got Destro in kind of a dog tag theme. On the side, you get a little Destro. He is number 1 of Series 2. Looking good. Nice shine across this whole thing, of course. Definitely good looking packaging here. Then the old slip cover comes off. And oh, watch out. There's old Destro looking good. You got the G.I. Joe logo at the top. Just a big, big window box, of course, looking really good. And then on the back, you get a little bit of a file card-like action going on, like a computer screen from back in the 80s. A little green screen action going on, so we do get all of that looking really, really nice. Now we're going to pull Destro out of the package here. We're going to see what's going on in the old plastic prison. And it looks like there's multiple plastic prisons with this one. Of course, got the nice Starburst background. We know it. We love it. And then we get old Destro. So we do get, yes we do. Uh-oh, we got things falling out already. That's never a good sign. We're going to cut this right here real quick. There we go. There's one, maybe. Oh, we lost some things. We lost a few things. We'll put those off to the side. But we do get 2 plastic prisons. All kinds of weapons going on. Makes sense. Destro is a weapons supplier. So we do have that. Then we get the body, the hands, the head. All the fun right there with old Destro. All right, well, I'm going to take this offline, get Destro out of the package, and we're going to be back talking all things Super 7 Ultimate Series 2, Destro. All right, we got Destro out of the package, and as usual, let's break down all the accessories, and he's got so many here, but we're going to start it off. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to start with the hands, and oh my gosh, we got hands for days. Hands for days. Destro, like a lot of these figures lately, they're right out of the package, ready to throw some fists. He's got 2 Fists of Fury out of the package. Then we got 2 finger-pointing hands. I got one hand where the finger is really bent, so I might have to heat that up, bend that back in place, but definitely 2 finger-pointing hands, so you can have Destro doing whatever he needs to do with some finger-pointing action. We do got a trigger hand here. Of course, all these weapons here, you're going to need a trigger hand. There's no doubt about that. Then you got a big, wide, open hand right here for Destro, looking good. And then we do get 2 traditional gripping hands. Of course, all silver, just like Destro would be, silver hands for Destro. I'm here for that. Then we get down to some forearm guards here, and of course Destro, we always remember kind of the rockets, missiles that would shoot out of his arm if he needed to. Of course, sculpted in the old 3 3/4 days and other versions of Destro over the years. I always use my imagination to be using those to shoot things at the Joes, things like that. We do get that here today. So we get 2 that have rockets on them. These just clamp right in over on his forearms, like so. So very good right there. And then you get one with a few different balls on it. I guess, actually not balls, grenades. I thought they were balls, but definitely grenades going on here. Or they're those Easter eggs, those plastic Easter eggs. Destro, he's an angry dude, he's a mad dude, but when it comes to Easter time, he loves a good Easter egg hunt. So he's got Easter eggs ready to shoot there, or grenades. But we do got those for Destro looking good. We do got this weird thing, which I guess is kind of like an arm piece. I guess you just kind of plug this onto the arm. Not exactly sure. It must be from a deep cut. There's some deep cuts in these Super 7 lines, as we do know. I do not remember this, but it does fit on him. Got some nice spikes, things like that. It is a little extra armor piece for him if you need it. Then we do get a lot of weapons with him. We get a few other things here. We get a little remote control joystick. Very old school Atari-like is what we got here. But of course, maybe he's got a drone of some kind. He's doing something with a weapon. We do have this so he can move his weapons around if he needs to. And we do have this visor. I don't know about a visor. I guess this would be like futuristic binoculars is what they were. But of course you look up here. Nice blue color. Nice light baby blue for the lenses in there. But if he's wanting to look ahead on the battlefield, he's got one of these. Maybe he's sitting in a HISS tank or something looking forward. Then we do get the weapons like we talked about. Destro being a weapon supplier. He's got to have those weapons. This is the weapon I always think of with Destro. Kind of a futuristic little pistol, laser shooter, whatever you want to call it. All in a plain Jane gray color. Looking really good. Then you get a more traditional handgun right here. This looks like something Clint Eastwood might have in a Dirty Harry movie. Or maybe my boy Charles Bronson. But definitely looking good. Once again, all in a gray sculpt. And then another one, another blaster. Very Destro-like, very futuristic looking here. All in a gray sculpt again. So 3 different pistols there in a gray sculpt. And then he's got a big heavy-duty weapon here. Looking good. All gray sculpt. But then you got the handle and over here in the brown. So definitely looking good there with the old machine gun. I guess not a machine gun. I don't know if it's a grenade launcher. I'm not sure exactly what this weapon is. But definitely looking good with the 2 color tones on this one. So I'm here for that. Then we get a big old rocket launcher for Destro. Very hollow plastic on this. Big handle on the end. Of course, stick it up over his shoulder. He's shooting out there. You do get a missile like so. So you put that missile in. Does hide there. And I believe this is the cap for it. Maybe. Well, there it is. I guess there's a cap. So if you take the missile out, put this in by itself, it's a nice little cap there. Kind of just instead of being an empty hole, it is nice and yellow there. So we do get this all color black here, all sculpted in there, looking really nice. So now we got the accessories out of the way. Let's take a look at Destro, and we get 4 total heads for Destro. Man, choose your Destro head adventure. And I tell you what, first impressions, I like this a whole lot. I love the cartoon aspect of these. I know it's not for everybody, but I always say it. I've been wanting this since I was a little kid. So the time is now. The time is now. This is Destro, and I've told the story on the channel years ago. My original 3 3/4 Destro that looked like this, I accidentally lost it. I had a big kind of dirt pit in the side of my house behind the garage, and I would play back there when I was like 4, 5, 6 years old, until I was 20 years old. No, not that long, but I'd play back there, and I'd play Joe's, and I had some old school Tonka trucks as well, some Joe vehicles, and I remember one day I had to go in for lunch, and there was a cave-in. Some of the holes I dug and stuff caved, and Destro was caved in under the ground. To this day, I think he is still there. Every time I drive by my old house, and we moved out of there in like 1992, let's call it, I always drive by that spot, and I know Destro's still there. I would love to do a late-night excavation, maybe get a team together, maybe call up old David C. Anderson. Maybe we'll run over there. I'll get one of those headlamps in the middle of the night. We'll dig it out. We'll find Destro. We'll finally find him. But anyways, this really does bring me back to that Destro figure. It really does feel that way. But let's look at the heads, and I guess we'll look at the head that's on him first here. Got those eyebrows going on for Destro. Got the big green eyes. Very chiseled-like face. Of course, steel all over it. The metal head on Destro there. The man in the iron mask, we'll call him here. Big old lips on Destro, 2 ears as well. All day long, I know this is Destro. There's no fooling this for somebody else. It is Destro. Second head here, it's very similar, but you got the mouth open. You got a little teeth showing, a little bit of mouth showing. Green eyes, but he's got the raised eyebrows. You know he's mad. This is more of a stunned or mad Destro is what we get here. Definitely a good-looking head. Have no issues with that one. Then we get another one here. Of course, there was an episode or a couple episodes where Destro was giving the old laugh with the eyes closed and the head back. We get that one. So a deep cut head here. Definitely not for everybody, but definitely a cool looking head for old Destro. I'm here for that all day long. And then this one, once again, another deep cut. I can kind of remember this. Wasn't there like a a lava pit or something. Some lava shot up on his face, covered him here. So it's Destro, but you can't see him. It almost looks like hair going on. It reminds me of that episode where he had a disguise on. Remember him, Cobra Commander, Baroness? They were on the subway. It kind of reminds me of something like that too, if you could call this hair. But it's magma on him. I don't know, but definitely the weakest of the head, but definitely quite the Easter egg with that one right there. So looking good on the accessories. Now let's dive into old Destro, and man, like I said, it's Destro all day long. Got the gray boots, the black jumpsuit, the big old collar going all the way down there. You got the necklace there. He's got his ripped up abs because Destro, he might wear a mask and all this metal stuff, but man, he's still an ab guy. He's still doing those crunches every morning. He's got some of that going on right there. Of course, we talked about the heads. We talked about the hands here, but he does have the silver hands, the silver forearm pieces. Hands, of course, can be removable here. Got the nice belt going on. Just all day long, this is Destro from the cartoons. When I think of Destro, this is exactly how he comes to my mind. It all depends. Do you think of the toy line originally? Do you think of the cartoon? Do you think of Classified? Do you think of Mezco? How do you imagine Destro? Imagine him from the comic books, maybe? But for me, it is the cartoon, and that's what this represents, and it looks like him all day long. Love the sculpted in here on the thigh, how that little satchel thing he's got going on. We did get this in the Mezco, and it drives me nuts because it falls down on me all the time. I liked it being sculpted in like they did right here. Of course, let's walk through the articulation. Head up and down, a little bit up and down, not tons, a little bit of back and forth. Of course, head is removable. Arms all the way around, got a nice bicep cut. Single jointed elbows, you do get the side to side on the elbow as well. Hands back, forth, side to side, hands removable. Waist articulation on him. Some big old Destro splits. Not the biggest splits ever, but he was no gymnast. We all know that. Single jointed knees on Destro. No boot cut. And then ankles back, forth, side to side. So not all the bells and whistles, all the articulation of the Mezco, the Classified. I get that, but you know what you're going to get with Super 7 figures by this point. And for me, it's fine. I like the pinless aspect, the pinless look of these. Definitely looks good on this one. But I don't need all the bells and whistles of articulation. But man, this is my Destro at the end of the day. Does he fit on a Ringside Collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save 10% at old Ringside Collectibles. What do you know? Fits perfectly on the old Mattel stand. Looking good. But man, oh man, this is my Destro. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I want out of a Destro. Absolutely do love this figure. But let's compare him to a few other ones here. Of course, we got the G.I. Joe Classified Retro Collection. Not a bad figure, just not as cartoony as this one, and it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be updated. It's classified. So there you go. You got that comparison here. These ones, we're going to show you the removable necklace. This necklace is sculpted on this new Super 7 one. And then, of course, the one that stole a lot of hearts, changed a lot of people's opinions on things, you got the brand new Mezco one. Of course, scaling going to be a heck of a lot difference between these two. We got 6-inch scale figures over here, 7-inch in the middle here with Super 7. But man, oh man, it works for me. I'm going to put these Super 7s together anyways. I don't need the crossover aspect, any of that stuff. I'm building out a cartoon army, and Destro is going to be at the forefront of that, of course, as one of the leaders of the Cobra organization. But definitely a cool-looking figure, no doubt about it. No doubt about it at the end of the day. But what say you guys and gals? What are your thoughts on this Destro figure? All in, all out, picking it up, playing the long game? How do you imagine your Destro? Let me know you in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. And check out the old Patreon channel for early access to videos like this. Bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it. A ton of content over there on the old Patreon channel. And best of all, you do support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget to hit me up on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Super 7 Ultimate Series 2, Destro, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.